In this week's adventure, we travel far and wide hunting for vintage home decor and goods to sell at my store, at my antique booth, and online. And make sure to stay tuned because there is not one, not two, but 3 hauls just in this one video. Good morning on this beautiful fall day. It is Saturday and I am heading to the next town over, Port Orchard, because the local antique mall there, Josephine's Mercantile, is having a huge clearance sale. After that, we're gonna go over to the next town, which is Bremerton, and we are going to the flea market there to see what they have. Again, you know, the pricing is a little bit higher than what I would like as a reseller, but I never walk away empty-handed. So I'm excited about what we may find today. As usual, you're coming along with me, and we're just going to enjoy this beautiful fall day. We've arrived and it looks busy, but I am not desperate for anything, honestly. If I only walked away with a couple things, I would be happy. Lunchbox, the vintage lunchbox is only $8. The canister set is $6. That little fruit basket's $15. This is a fun wool blanket right here. It is $43. It's really nice. This is really fun, this blue newspaper box for $20. I have actually sold one that was from Portland, and I have one myself. I refuse to sell. I actually picked it up here in Port Orchard, and I love it. I don't do anything with it, but I like it. So I walked away with this piece of art, but I really just want it for the frame. I'm gonna frame an equestrian print in it. The one that I had in the new display was so popular. Another non-keto day because I had to grab this fresh croissant with ham and Gruyere. So I walked away with this beautiful frame. It's lined in brass right on the inside there. It's a beautiful wood. Obviously I do not care for that copper art. So that's coming out, and I'm going to put an equestrian print in it. There was somebody on Instagram who follows me who wanted one that had already been sold. Now, just to be completely transparent, I download art from Etsy sometimes and frame it in old frames, and that particular one, it was a jockey on a horse, was an Etsy printable. So anyways, I'm gonna frame, and I did put on there like vintage frame, new print. So if you are watching, I'm going to frame another one because it is a beautiful, beautiful print from an original antique piece of art. And I'm going to put it in that display. Then I got this croissant. It's got bacon. No, it's got ham and Gruyere. I'm supposed to be on keto today, but I couldn't resist because I also made myself some mocha. Made a delicious mocha. I've gotten really good at making my own mochas. They're so good, but look at that. They fly these croissants in from France, and then they thaw them out and bake them in the morning. Now we're going to go to the Bremerton Flea Market next. Seems to be like it's going to be an antiquing day because there's really no garage sales or even estate sales. That is really interesting. Is that like a pop-up store? Oh, it's a barber. Wow, that is so cool. Ooh, I like this. It's a brass inlay. It's only $10. Ooh, if I polish it up, yeah, I think I like that for $10. And then this little crock is only $6. It wouldn't be for online. How much is this little tiny stool? Okay, I didn't walk away empty-handed. I got the little crock. Kind of find out it had a $3 sticker on it, so I grabbed it. grabbed it, and this will be going to my booth. It's a good bread and butter piece. It's just really practical, especially for a kitchen to put like wood utensils in. That's what I envision it as. Or you could put paintbrushes in it if you're a painter. I also got this beautiful brass inlaid tray with this kind of a mid-tone wood, and this one would be absolutely wonderful, like on a console table, on a coffee table, on a vanity, maybe not a bathroom, because brass actually stains really easily if you get any fluids on it whatsoever. I know that because my coffee table is brass, and I love the coffee table, but it always has like water stains on it. So anyways, love that, and I paid $10 for that. And then I absolutely was enchanted with this abstract boat painting. The last time I was here, I totally fell in love with it. And this time I took the courage to ask the owner if he would give me a better deal. He said, make me an offer. It has 48 on it. And I said, I know this was low, but I said 28, and he said 30, and I said sold. And so I absolutely love this. And there's just something very elevated about it. At the same time, it's very rustic, very primitive. And I am going to put this online, but it more than likely it will also go to the store. I will also put the tray online, because that's what I'm doing today. I'm looking for items to sell online. And so those are going to be part of that drop. So now we're heading to a seller. I found her listing on Facebook Marketplace, but come to find out, I have bought jewelry from her before. So I bought a whole bag of place settings. So basically there's a bunch of these beautiful little brass traditional place settings with this little bow. And the bag has a bunch of these felt backings. And then I also got these. So I'm not quite sure how that works as far as like, I don't think this is designed for these, but this is also supposed to be a little place setting. And anyways, it's a huge bag of these ones. They're really heavy, but they're so beautiful. And I just can picture them like, for the holidays. And then, I didn't get a ton of jewelry, but you know what I did get a ton of? I mean, a ton is watches, like piles and piles. There must be at least 10 pounds of just, I mean, some jewelry, but many little watches. This is a huge score just on its own, because we sell these types of watches all day long to young people. They absolutely love them. And we don't put batteries in them. We sell them just as they are. And we charge, God, I think we charge like anywhere between like $10 and like $20. And so they're huge sellers. There are these really pretty little bracelets with these glass beads. And then the other thing I bought from her is this gigantic bag of pins. Pins are also really super hot. People love pins. Like, it is crazy how many pins we sell. And what do we sell them for? I want to say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't remember. I think we sell them for like $1 a pin, and we sell them all day long, along with vintage matches. That's a huge, those are huge sellers. So like, if you are interested or you have a booth and you want to know what to sell to the young people, those are key items. Pins, vintage matchbooks, vintage watches, specifically like the gold delicate watches. Big sellers, big sellers. All right. Well, hello guys. It is Sunday and I didn't really find a lot yesterday and I did a ton of driving, but today I am actually off to get something that I found on Facebook Marketplace for myself because I have been wanting one, and I found kind of one, but it was damaged, and that was the trophy that I found up in Vancouver, but it was dented, it was missing a handle, and so the one I'm buying today looks to be intact. I didn't see how big it is. Hopefully it's a nice big one, but anyways, I just have had a hankering for a trophy, so I was so excited when I actually found one on Facebook Marketplace. So I got my trophy cup. Look how little it is. In my mind, I thought it was going to be really big. Well, come to find out, I learned something new. I learned that during World War I and World War II, they did not make big trophies because of the material. And so if you want a big trophy like what I want one that's like that size, you have to buy one that's like pre-World War I. So anyways, I mean, I did say it's really little. I don't know why I didn't look at the measurement. In the picture it looked really huge, but I didn't look at the measurements, and that's my fault. So I said, oh, it's so tiny, would you take 20? And she took 20. So for $20, I'm super happy with it. And it's not to resell. This is actually for me. And you know, I already have like so much stuff. So I'm totally okay that it's little. And that just means that my power of manifestation is getting stronger and stronger, because this is the second trophy that I have found. And so now I will be on the hunt for one that's much older. So pre-World War I, so maybe like pre-1917, 1918. But I'm getting closer, which is great. That's the good news. And she's also inviting me to her house for a private pic. She said, keep an eye on my Facebook because I'm going to be listing a ton of antiques and vintage items. And then she said, I told her, I said, I have a shop, I have a booth, and I sell online. And she's like, just come to my house. So that's where I'm going. And I know she's not a serial killer because she's really nice. Well, it is the next day and I am refreshed and re-energized and I'm ready to do a car haul for you. But first, before we get started, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Abigail. I own a vintage and antique store called Abigail's Artful Abode. I have an antique booth in Seattle at Lander Street Vintage. I also sell online. I do have a coupon code. It is LOVEITBUYIT. It saves you 15% both on eBay and Etsy, and I am super active on Instagram. If you are to go ahead and follow me over there for daily content. And if you ever see anything that you like that hasn't been listed, just go ahead and email me. My information is down below, both in the pinned comment and in the description box. So these are all the items that I picked up at that private pick. So I'm just going to go through these one by one. So the first one, it is a really dusty, but it is this vintage. It almost looks like a writing hat, like an English writing hat. I mean, really, that's what it looks like. I am not sure, but it's definitely an antique or very, very vintage. You can see that from the leather lining on the inside. Anyways, I just grabbed it and I threw it in my pile. So these next pieces will be going online. They are fairly valuable, and right when I saw them, that's the first thing I thought is these have some value. And these are blue Delft houses, hand painted from the Netherlands. I was just in Amsterdam. Gosh, when was that? Not this September, last September. And so I love these tall, skinny houses. I think one of these is the Anne Frank house. So there's this one, there's this one. I got 4 of them all together. There's also this one here and this one here. So whether I sell them, oh, and it says made in Holland. Does it have 1998 maybe? Oh, this is really interesting. This one's a piggy bank. So it has an opening on the top and it has a rubber stopper. So this is a sweet little piggy bank. And then I think, you know, some of these were made into salt and pepper shakers, but it doesn't look like these are. Anyways, I think more than likely I'm going to sell those individually. A lot of these items are really dusty because they were sitting kind of on top of different shelves and cabinets. So I got this bean pot. What's really interesting is it has its wire handle. I don't think I've ever seen a bean pot that has that. And it's got this cork stopper on top, but I think originally they had stoneware stoppers. So anyways, this one does have a mark on the bottom. It just says 2. I don't know if that means like 2 liters, but this is really a great addition to anyone's kitchen. They look really beautiful. They make such a beautiful statement piece, like on top of open shelving, or even to use on a kitchen counter. Typically, I do not pick up wood utensils. I will on a very rare occasion, which was yesterday. So I had to buy this because I am Mexican, just in case you didn't know that. And this is very, very old. This is called a molinero. And basically, in Mexico, you would make hot chocolate with these really, I mean, you could find them in the store right now. They're called abuelita, and it is in a yellow package, round package, and it's got a grandma on the front. And basically they come in very hard discs, very hard. You almost have to break them with a hammer. And you put those little triangles in a pot of like milk, right? And then it'll melt, but it's still kind of really grainy, but you you mix it up. But then you'll take your molinero and you'll stick it in your pot and you roll it around like that, just like that. And it actually separates all the grains and it melds the chocolate with the milk. And that's how you make hot chocolate in Mexico. So put down in the comment section if you knew what this was, if you knew what it was for and how it was used. Otherwise, everybody's learned something new today. Oh, look at that. Like I remember these from my childhood, but I don't ever remember one being this fancy. It could be that it's from a different South American country. I just associate, man, I think I made a mistake. I think this is what was on top of this little crock. And this, who knows what this is? It was actually made for, it was to make butter. So you would put your cream in there, your heavy cream, You'd put that on top, and then you would just churn this baby until you actually had butter, and then you would just pour out the liquid. Also got this huge spoon. Now, what would you use this for? I'm not even sure. I mean, it could have been used to stir pots of boiling water when you were washing your clothes, so you would like move that around, or maybe it was for a gigantic stock pocket, because it is very large. Just amazing myself at how much I know about like really primitive items. Here's another one that's very primitive, and this is a butter stamper. So basically you would put this on your little, I don't know if you would like stuff that with butter to make it be round, but this was actually to make stamps on your butter. So it is a butter stamper, and it's an old one. It's got a ton of patina. Again, most of this stuff will be going to my booth. Have a couple of really cute little petite pieces. This one was made by RRP Company, Roseville, Ohio. And that's this cute little crock with the blue stripes on it. And I want to say, at least I think a couple of you have bought a couple of these from me in the past. Whenever I see the blue stripes, I pick them up. Blue stripes are really classic in the kitchen. And then I also got this little flour sifter. It's just a little toy one. I mean, I guess you could use it. It's 1 cup. So I guess it is a practical piece of kitchenware. And, you know, honestly, if you ever have to grind flour, I don't think they've invented a better way I'm sorry, not grind flour, sift flour. But I don't think they've invented a better tool to sift flour than these old-fashioned flour sifters. I don't bake anymore, but if I did, I would probably keep this because, again, it looks like a little toy, but it holds a cup of flour. So I may put this one online too. It is this cute little, something's falling. It's this cute little hen on a little bowl. It is a beautiful, almost a gray color, and that almost looks like flow blue. Now this one was really gonna stump me. I mean, I literally thought it was a vintage piece, and then I turned it over and it says made in Japan, but it is so pretty. I mean, I'm really considering putting it online because it is really adorable, and I think I have a market for it there. If not, it will go to my booth. I really love these. I spotted them on top of that kitchen queen, and that was the first thing I wanted to grab, and that is these bread paddles. So basically you would bake bread and you would grab your bread and you would put it on here, and that's what these are for. They have so much history, so much patina. I absolutely love them, and things like this are just really popular for people that love that very rustic, primitive look. And these ones have holes so they can be easily hung, so really super happy to get these. Right when I saw this, I thought of our new display, and that is this binocular case. It does not have binoculars in it. It is completely empty, but I absolutely fell in love with the leather on this. It's pretty incredible. It was also sitting way up high. So I'm going to put some leather polish on it, and I'm going to use it as backfill for that new display. And then I also got this really sweet little Marie Antoinette. Anytime I can pick up beautiful little Italian frames like this, I do. This one is just really lovely. It's got so much detail, and I love this beautiful kind of a burnt sienna velvet lining, and then the brass along the actual picture. And then this is a convex mirror, so it kind of has that bubble effect. Anyways, I thought this was really sweet. I got this beautiful white platter. It is not marked ironstone, but it definitely looks like ironstone. It's actually marked Habsburg China, and so it's probably from the US. It does have like a little chip on the back, but I don't care, you can't see it, and it is really, really lovely. I mean, ironstone and white ceramics always do really, really well. And then I got this wonderful little piece. Now this one is marked ironstone China, J&G Meakin, England. And so it's just this little tray, little bowl, and it does have some yellowing, but honestly, that's actually a feature for a lot of people. A lot of people love the crazing, they love the tea stain, so I'm not even gonna try to get rid of that. And then this one also looks like ironstone. It's just a very simple bowl, so super happy to get these. Then I also got this beautiful beveled oval mirror. It's got this detail right there, both at the top and the bottom. It's got a hanging chain right there. It is just absolutely stunning. Super happy to get this. This is kind of cute, and it really reminded me of Christmas, so I grabbed this. And what's funny is it has this little electric kettle. It does have the plug-in, but it comes with this little kettle. I'm gonna leave it intact. And then it also has a couple of little plastic plates, and two plastic melamine cups. So anyways, again, when I saw this, I just thought Christmas. I think it would make it's gonna look really good as part of a display. I just need to dust it and clean it up. I also got, oh, and gosh, I don't know, maybe this goes on this one. It goes on one of these. Anyways, there's also this piece right here, this little piece of crockery, which I also love, and that blue color is very unusual, so love that one. And last but not least from that little haul is this candle snuffer. It is very, very primitive looking, so it would be a wonderful addition to somebody who is basically a Puritan about their primitive decor. So thanks for joining me on this week's adventure, and if you get a chance to get out and do some thrifting yourself, I certainly hope the thrifting gods will be with you, that you find some fabulous stuff, and otherwise I will see you in the next video.